Do you ever feel confused about when to use make and when to use do?
Yes, many English learners struggle with those two words. They look simple, but they can be confusing.
Welcome to Glow English Academy. I'm Riya.
And I'm Leo.
Today, we're going to talk about the difference between make and do using simple, everyday examples.
By the end of this conversation, you will understand how to use both words correctly.
Leo, let me ask you something. What did you do this morning?
This morning, I woke up early, did some exercise, and then I made breakfast.
That's already a great example. You said you did exercise and made breakfast.
Yes, exactly. We usually say do exercise, but we say make breakfast.
Right. That's because make is often used when we create or prepare something.
Like when we make food.
Exactly. When I cook in the morning, I make coffee and sometimes I make pancakes.
Pancakes sound amazing.
Thank you. What do you usually make for breakfast?
I usually make toast and eggs. Sometimes I also make a smoothie.
That's healthy. So whenever we prepare food, we usually use the word make.
Yes. For example, make lunch, make dinner, or make a sandwich.
Now let's talk about do. When do we use do?
We often use do for tasks, activities, or work.
Exactly. For example, we say do homework.
Not make homework.
Right. Students do homework every evening.
I remember when I was a student, I always did my homework after dinner.
That's a good habit. Many students wait until the last minute.
That's true. Doing homework early helps reduce stress.
Another example is housework. People often say they do housework.
Yes, every weekend I do housework at home.
What kind of housework do you usually do?
I do the laundry, I do the dishes, and sometimes I do the cleaning.
That's a lot of work.
It is, but it feels good when the house is clean.
So we can remember something important here. We often use do with chores or tasks.
Exactly. Do the dishes, do the laundry, do the cleaning.
And we use make when we create something new.
Like make food, make a plan, or make a list.
Speaking of plans, did you make any plans for today?
Yes, I made a plan to record this lesson with you.
That's a great plan.
What about you? Did you make a plan for the weekend?
Yes, I made a small plan to visit my family and relax.
That sounds wonderful.
Sometimes we also say make a decision.
That's right. When we choose something, we make a decision.
For example, yesterday I made a decision to start reading a new book.
That's a great habit.
Reading helps improve vocabulary.
And it also helps us understand how English is used naturally.
So today we have already seen some examples.
Yes, make breakfast, make a plan, make a decision.
And also do homework, do housework, and do the dishes.
These examples make the difference clearer.
Absolutely. The more examples we see, the easier it becomes.
And the more we practice, the more natural it feels.
Exactly. Learning a language takes practice every day.
But if we keep practicing, we make great progress.
I completely agree.
Leo, earlier we talked about how we use make when we create something and do when we talk about tasks or activities.
Yes, and those examples already make the difference much clearer.
Let's continue with more situations from daily life.
Good idea. Real situations always help people remember better.
Leo, what do you usually do after work?
After work, I usually do some exercise and then I make dinner.
That's a good routine. What kind of dinner do you usually make?
Sometimes I make pasta, sometimes I make rice with vegetables.
That sounds delicious. Cooking is a great example of using the word make.
Yes, because when we cook, we are creating something.
Exactly. We make a meal, we make a sandwich, or we make a cake.
Speaking of cake, last weekend I made a chocolate cake for my friend's birthday.
Really? Did everyone like it?
Yes, they loved it.
That's wonderful. So we say you made a cake, not you did a cake.
Right, because cake is something we create.
Now let's look at some examples with do.
Sure.
For example, many people say they do their job every day.
Yes, I do my job from Monday to Friday.
And sometimes work can be busy.
Very busy. Yesterday I had a lot of work to do.
That's another good example. We say things to do.
Exactly. When we have many tasks, we say we have a lot to do.
Students also say they have a lot of homework to do.
I remember those days very well.
Me too.
Let me ask you something. Do you do exercise every morning?
I try to do exercise 3 or 4 times a week.
That's great. Exercise helps keep the body healthy.
Yes, and it also helps reduce stress.
Many people like to do yoga or do jogging in the morning.
That's true.
So, again, we see that do is used for activities.
Exactly. Do exercise, do yoga, do work.
And also do research.
That's right. Researchers often do research before writing a report.
Another common phrase is do your best.
Yes, teachers often tell students to do their best.
Doing your best means trying as hard as possible.
That's a very positive message.
It is. Even if something is difficult, we should always do our best.
I completely agree.
Now, let's return to the word make.
Sure.
We often say, make friends.
Yes, when we meet new people, we make friends.
When I moved to this city, I made many new friends.
That must have been a nice experience.
It was. Friendly people make life easier.
That's true.
Another phrase is make money.
Yes, people work hard to make money.
Some people start businesses to make money.
And others work full-time jobs.
Exactly. So once again, we can see the pattern.
Make is often used when something is created or produced.
And do is used when we talk about activities or tasks.
The more examples we see, the easier it becomes to remember.
And practice helps us become more confident.
Absolutely.
The next time you speak English, try to notice when people use make and when they use do.
That's a great way to learn naturally.
Yes, listening carefully is very helpful.
And practicing with friends also helps a lot.
That's why conversations like this are so useful.
Exactly. Learning together makes the process more enjoyable.
I couldn't agree more.
Leo, I think many learners understand the basic idea of make and do, but they still feel unsure in real conversations.
Yes, because sometimes both words appear in similar situations.
Exactly. That's why learning common phrases helps a lot.
Let's try a few examples together.
Good idea. Leo, what do you usually do on weekends?
On weekends, I usually do some housework and then relax.
What kind of housework do you do?
I do the laundry, I do the cleaning, and sometimes I do the shopping.
That's a productive weekend.
Yes, after I do those things, I feel much more relaxed.
So again, we see do used for tasks.
Exactly. Chores are something we do.
Now let's look at make.
Sure.
Yesterday, I made a list of things I need to buy.
That's smart. Making a list helps people stay organized.
It really does. When I make a list, I remember everything I need.
I also make lists when I travel.
That's a great idea.
Before a trip, I make a packing list.
That helps you avoid forgetting things.
Exactly.
Another common phrase is make a decision.
Yes, life is full of decisions.
Sometimes it's easy to make a decision.
And sometimes it's difficult.
That's true.
For example, yesterday I had to make a decision about my weekend plans.
What did you decide?
I decided to spend time with friends.
That sounds fun.
Yes, we are planning to watch a movie.
Watching movies is a great way to relax.
And it can also help with learning English.
That's true. Movies help people hear natural conversations.
Speaking of conversations, people also say make a phone call.
Yes, that's another example with make.
Yesterday, I made a phone call to my cousin.
What did you talk about?
We talked about family plans for the holidays.
Holidays are always exciting.
They are. Families often make special memories during holidays.
That's a beautiful way to say it.
Thank you.
Now let's return to do again.
Okay.
Many people say they do their best in everything they try.
Yes, doing your best means putting in your full effort.
When students study hard, they do their best to succeed.
And teachers encourage them to keep trying.
Exactly.
Another example is do research.
Yes, scientists do research to discover new information.
And students also do research for school projects.
Research helps us learn more about the world.
Absolutely.
So now we have many examples.
Yes, make a list, make a decision, make a phone call.
And do housework, do research, do your best.
When learners hear these phrases many times, they start to feel natural.
That's the key to learning vocabulary.
Repetition and practice.
Exactly.
The more you listen and speak, the more comfortable you become.
And soon you won't need to think too much about it.
The words will come naturally.
That's the goal for every language learner.
Yes, confidence comes with practice.
And patience.
Learning step by step always leads to progress.
I completely agree.
Leo, now that we have seen many examples, I think learners can start noticing these words more easily.
Yes. Once you understand the pattern, you begin to hear it everywhere.
Exactly. When people speak English, they often use make and do in everyday situations.
Let's imagine some daily situations.
Good idea. Leo, what do you usually do when you wake up in the morning?
First, I make my bed.
That's a great habit.
Then I make coffee and check my schedule.
I also make coffee every morning.
Coffee helps many people start their day.
After that, what do you usually do?
I usually do some exercise.
What kind of exercise do you do?
I do stretching, and sometimes I do a short workout.
That sounds healthy.
Yes, it gives me energy for the day.
After exercise, people often do other activities.
Like taking a shower and getting ready for work.
Exactly.
Once I arrive at work, I start doing my tasks.
Work usually involves many things to do.
Yes, meetings, emails, and different responsibilities.
Sometimes people also make presentations at work.
That's true. When we prepare slides, we make a presentation.
Last week, I made a presentation about language learning.
That must have been interesting.
It was. Many people attended the session.
Did they ask questions?
Yes, they asked many questions.
That means they were interested.
Definitely.
Let's think of another example.
Sure.
People often say they make progress when they improve.
That's a great phrase. Learning a language takes time, but students can make progress every day.
Even small improvements matter.
Yes, making progress step by step builds confidence.
Confidence is very important when learning English.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about do again.
Okay.
Many people say they do their job with dedication.
Yes, doing your job well shows responsibility.
Some people also do volunteer work.
That's a wonderful way to help others.
Volunteers do many important tasks in communities.
They help organize events, support people, and make a difference.
That's true. Another example is do business.
Yes, business companies do business with partners around the world.
Business relationships help economies grow.
They also create opportunities for people.
So again, we see how common the word do is.
Yes, it appears in many everyday expressions.
When learners listen carefully, they start recognizing these patterns.
And the more they practice speaking, the more natural it becomes.
That's the most important part.
Practice turns knowledge into skill.
Exactly.
Soon, learners will use make and do without hesitation.
That's the goal of every language learner.
Step by step, confidence grows.
And every conversation becomes easier.
Learning together makes the journey enjoyable.
I couldn't agree more.
Leo, after discussing so many examples, I feel the difference between make and do is becoming clearer.
Yes, when we hear these expressions in real situations, they become easier to remember.
Let's imagine a normal day and see how these two words appear naturally.
That's a great idea.
When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is check my schedule.
I do the same thing. Looking at the schedule helps me plan the day.
After that, I usually make breakfast.
What do you usually make?
Sometimes I make eggs, sometimes I make oatmeal.
Oatmeal is a healthy choice.
Yes, and it's easy to make.
After breakfast, people usually do their daily tasks.
Exactly. Students do homework and professionals do their work.
When people organize their tasks, they often make a plan.
Making a plan helps people stay focused.
Yesterday, I made a small plan for my week.
What kind of plan did you make?
I made a study plan and a work schedule.
That's very helpful for time management.
Yes, good planning makes life easier.
Later in the day, people often do different activities.
Like doing exercise or doing errands.
Running errands is another common activity.
For example, people do shopping or do banking tasks.
That's true.
In the evening, many families make dinner together.
Cooking together can be very enjoyable.
My family loves making dinner together.
What do you usually make for dinner?
Sometimes we make soup, sometimes we make grilled vegetables.
That sounds delicious.
Cooking together also creates good memories.
Yes, families often make memories during meals.
Another phrase we often hear is make time.
That's a very useful expression.
People say they make time for things that are important.
For example, making time for family or making time for learning.
Learning English requires making time to practice.
And doing practice regularly.
Exactly.
When learners make an effort every day, they improve faster.
Effort and consistency are very important.
Even small practice sessions can make a difference.
That's why daily conversation practice is helpful.
Yes, practicing conversations helps learners feel more confident.
Confidence grows when we use English regularly.
And mistakes are part of learning.
Everyone makes mistakes while learning a new language.
The important thing is to keep trying.
Exactly. If you keep practicing, you will make progress.
And you will feel more comfortable speaking English.
Over time, using words like make and do will become natural.
That's the beauty of learning through conversation.
Yes, conversations help us understand language in real life.
And they make learning enjoyable.
I completely agree.
Thank you for learning with us today.
Keep practicing every day and you will see great improvement.